Jobs and media relations, more specifically, sports information, are a lot of fun for sports addicts living around the world like me. But it will be a long and grueling process to get a full-time job in the field upon graduating from Bellevue University. The long and grueling process that it takes to get a full-time job in the field is the most important challenge facing the field today. Today I will explain to you the long and grueling process it takes and why it qualifies as the most important challenge facing the field today. After explaining those two things to you in this speech, I hope that you will understand that it will be a long process to get a job in the field of sports information, and that it's the most and why it's the most important challenge facing the career field today. I hope you enjoy my speech. The most important challenge facing media relations and sports information is that compared to some other career fields, there is not a real big hiring demand. It is not like one of the fields that has a high demand for applicants. For example, according to jobs2careers.com, there are 23,732 available jobs in the United States for people wanting to get into sports information. According to Baden 2011 from U.S. News, the number of new jobs ads posted for registered nurses is 222,544. The calculation on any calculator would say that there are 198,812 more job openings in nursing than in sports information. 198,812 is definitely a pretty substantial and significant discrepancy in job openings. For example, after going to several athletic governing bodies' websites, I found out that there are 23 colleges in the state of Nebraska that have athletic programs. Luckily, I am willing to relocate if necessary because 23 colleges is not really a wide job base for me to find a job in. For a field like nursing, there's tons of options. You can work at a hospital, you can work at a health clinic, you can work at a school, you can work at an assisted living facility. The list goes on and on for the possibilities of where someone can get a job in nursing, and for good reason. But that also means that there's not that many job openings available in sports information. There are several reasons why the most important challenge facing media relations and sports information. The first is that there is not a big hiring demand and it is really difficult to get a job after graduating. I recently asked Bellevue Assistant Sports Information Director Tim Benden to tell me about his experiences in the field. According to Benden, after graduating from UNO, I had to work as an intern at UNO for 2 years before getting the Assistant Sports Information Director job at Bellevue. He also said, "What helped me get the job was current head sports information director and assistant volleyball coach at Bellevue. Steve Field was at UNO before he came to UNO, so him coming here helped me get the job." He also said that it's a very good idea to do everything you can to gain connections in the field because that could potentially expedite the process of getting a job in the field. He also emphasized that anyone who wants to work in the field of sports information has to be very passionate about wanting to work in sports information to get a job in the field because it's a long process after college. All the insight that he gave me in the field would be very useful for me to get a job in the career field like I desire. The passionate part about wanting to work in sports information won't be an issue with me due to the fact that sports statistics, teams, etc. are always on my mind all the time, so it's the perfect career field for me. I'd basically be getting paid to do what I do as a hobby. Also, I have the mindset where I'm going to do everything in my power or put on a full court press to get a job in the field of sports information. That is why I currently am working an unpaid internship with the Bellevue Sports Information Department around my current job so that I can gain experience in the field any way that I possibly can. I am glad that they allowed me to help them out so that I can gain experience in the field before I even graduate from college and kind of get a head start on other people wanting to work in sports information by gaining connections in the field. On the other hand, the requirement for having to be very passionate about wanting to work in sports information might be an issue for someone else. They may not be willing to take unpaid internships or work a job not related in the field after college. Today I explain to you what the most important challenge facing the career field of media relations, more specifically sports information, is, and why the long and grueling process of getting a job in the field qualifies as the most important challenge facing the field today. After explaining those two things to you in this speech, I hope that you understood that it will be a long process to get a job in the field of sports information and that it's the most important challenge facing the career field today. I also hope you liked my speech and found it interesting. Have a good day, everyone.